welcome to Homeschool-ology. My name is Nikki. I'm a homeschooling mom of 4. I've got a 7th grader all the way down to a preschooler, and on this channel I like to share all things secular homeschooling, motherhood, family travel, and everything in between. So today's video I'm going to be doing a little follow-up to our budget video that I shared way before summer, and a collaboration video. I'll link that video down below. And so I'm just going to follow up with you now that I'm pretty much bought all of my curriculum. I'm going to follow up with you on did I stick to that budget? I'm going to give you a down view in just a second of my printout. Mind you, this is the printout that I made for that video, and it's nice and neat and organized, and the rest of it just has my scribble work on it. So hopefully it's legible for you guys. So let me flip this camera around. So if you saw that video, you saw, oh, excuse the diaper. It's clean. If you saw the video, you saw this printout of that I had, that I made, and it showed like basically a general idea of what I was going to spend some money on, and I included a miscellaneous category, and this is what I estimated my budget to be. Did I stick to it? Kind of. So here, I ended up deciding to go with quill instead of going, we are still using blossom and root, but I'm using it in a different way, and I'm going to be sharing that with you guys later. I have talked about it a little bit already in some other videos, but I'll be sharing that with you guys. And then I've decided to use quill mostly though as our like normal curriculum. So I kind of took the budget from here for books that we would need for Blossom and Root and moved it over here. And of course I had to add a little bit to it to get the quill program. And then for Dash into Reading, they came out with Dash into Poetry and Dash into Happy. Since I filmed my video, in which I picked up all of those. And so it went from $170 to $230, but I was able to get a sale and keep it at $195, which is still pretty close to my $170. For this, we decided against Generation Genius, and then we went with Real Science Odyssey instead. I'm happy with this change. I'll share more about that later. But that was, of course, because I bought both of these, it was, of course, an increase to what I had estimated before. But I did save a little here. Because I was able to, or we decided, because I set this budget really high, because there was a program that I was looking at that was really expensive. We ended up going with other curriculums, but they were much smaller and fell well within this. So I was able to take a little bit of this extra money that I had saved and moved it over here to get these extra things that I had wanted to get. So this was not enough. I thought, oh, it'll be $50, about $50 for all the books, the History Smash of books. What I didn't think about was like all the additional resource books to go along with it. So this was a gross underestimation. So I'm going to spend more in that category than I thought I was going to. All of this stayed the same though. And then this, I only ended up needing glue and I think some markers or something. So I didn't come anywhere near this $400 for miscellaneous things. So I am going to quickly add this up because I'm just realizing that I never got a final total. And I'll tell you in just a minute how close I came to this budget here, whether I stayed within or went over. So the numbers are in, and so far to date, I've spent around $992, okay? When I was showing it to you before, I had not added in this $80 for this Grow and Grave Writers book that I had bought, so that price went up just a little bit, but that's adding in everything that I've bought so far. I have not picked up new copies of Matthew C, which I have included money for here. I have not picked those up yet. I'm not sure that I will need to. We are only about 10 lessons in. What do you need? Huh? Okay, just 1 second, okay? 1 second. we're only about 10 lessons into to the levels that we're on right now, so I'm not sure if we're going to be picking up a new level or not, but if we do, that will have to be added to that. And I have only spent maybe $50 so far on History Smashers. That was for 1 unit, and I'm planning on doing 6 units. So I think I'm going to go way over budget in that category. But I have included the glue and some of the books and things that I've picked up and added the miscellaneous 400 in that total. So I'm kind of sort of doing well. I'm kind of sort of working in that budget there. This is not included in this price. So actually, I forgot about that. That I'm just now getting. And so that would have increased this to $1,092. So put me at around $1,100. So once I've added in the History Smashers, I think I'm going to get pretty darn close to that 1,500. And therefore, I'm going to go over budget because, what do you need? Because this miscellaneous was supposed to include things like, paper and things throughout the year. So I'm probably going to go over this $1,500 budget, but this was a pretty conservative budget, considering that I think I've done well because I've added way more than I initially had thought of adding onto our things, and I've still stayed pretty darn close to what I had planned on spending. So I think I did all right. But I'm probably going to go over that budget just a tiny bit this year by the time we get to the end of the year. So I hope you guys found this useful and helpful. I hope you guys like seeing my actual numbers on what I've spent, and that it is possible to homeschool. Mind you, this is a budget for 4 kiddos. It's only $500 each. So I understand that that's still a lot of money, and you don't need to spend this kind of money to homeschool. There are plenty of free things out there. Your library is a great resource. There are plenty of people out there that homeschool based entirely on just reading books and other things. And of course, we don't include games in our homeschool budget, and we do use a lot of things from there. So like, you can homeschool on a much smaller budget, but this is the budget that works for our family. We do like using curriculum, and it allows me to get that curriculum. So I did it, kind of. I'm hoping that I can stay pretty close to that for the rest of the semester, or the rest of the year. And yeah, so don't forget to head on down to the comments and comment below. I'd love to hear how you did. Did you stick to your budget or not this year? And while you're down there, I hope you will subscribe to this channel, ring that notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up. And that is all I have for you guys today. Oh, if you want to see how our school year is going, head on over to Instagram at Homeschool-ology, and you can follow along with us there. Life has been crazy. I haven't been updating that much over the last couple of weeks, but I promise that starting this week, I'm going to get better about that. And yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. So I will see you guys around soon. Bye.